This week on the Island Times News Update, beach residents turn out to hear about the Mayport CRA. Atlantic Beach agrees to a tipping fee settlement, and Neptune Beach is set to move compliance with its sign ordinance a bit further down the road. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. About 50 people packed into the Marine Science Education Center in Mayport Thursday night to hear a presentation on the proposed community redevelopment area that it's hoped will bring new life to the fishing village and the surrounding area. Curtis Strodka, manager of the consulting firm VHB, which was hired to formulate the plan, said the intention of the meeting Thursday was to get community input on the actual boundaries of the area and to determine what projects are the highest priorities for area residents. Only the southern boundary at Dutton Island Road is considered firm, and the district will include the actual fishing village. But still to be determined is how much other land will be included in the area, with some lobbying hard for undeveloped property on the north side of the river along Heckscher Drive, and others questioning whether the more developed property closer to Atlantic Beach should even be part of the CRA. The other aspect of the meeting was to determine what projects were the highest priority for the people living in and around the CRA. Among the suggested projects are improvements for the St. Johns River Ferry, development of the Buccaneer Trail parcel, a mixed-use development on the Jacksport property, expanded dock and waterfront facilities for the working waterfront, and a Main Street program for the village. The next community meeting on the CRA will be held in May, though a firm date has not been set. At that time, the new proposed boundaries for the area will be presented to the community. A final draft of the plan will be presented to the public in August and a final plan introduced in Jacksonville City Council in September. The Atlantic Beach Commission Monday night approved its tipping fee settlement with the city of Jacksonville. The settlement was on the agenda at the previous meeting, but the commission voted 4-1 to delay taking a vote on the matter until Jacksonville had voted. This week, however, the commission decided to move forward with the vote with the issue still unresolved in Jacksonville. City Attorney Rich Commando explained that the agreement was on the agenda for a second reading at Tuesday's meeting of the Jacksonville City Council. From there, it goes back to a committee for approval before a final vote on the Jacksonville Council consent agenda. A spot on the consent agenda means it would be approved without further discussion. Commando also said there was a slight change in the language of the agreement that had been presented at the previous meeting.
The prior agreement that you'd reviewed and the one that's in your packet discussed that the tipping fees beginning June 1 of 2014 would be paid for by our hauler contract. That issue was picked up by Jacksonville's council auditor as they went through, and the general counsel's office called me this morning and asked if we would consider mutual amendments to remove the provision after the words tipping fees that say pursuant to the hauler contract, because in the future we may decide to pay it on our own or outside of the hauler contract. They thought it was cleaner to just delete that language. It doesn't materially change any part of the agreement, but I just wanted to bring to your attention and do so in a public forum to let you know that that change was made.
The city of Jacksonville says that it adopted a uniform tipping fee for the county in 2011, which would trigger the beginning of payments for Neptune and Atlantic Beach. Neptune Beach, however, disputes that the larger city has in fact imposed a uniform sanitation fee across the county. In the agreement with Jacksonville, Atlantic Beach has agreed to pay $322,709 in past due residential and sludge tipping fees and will begin paying applicable tipping fees going forward. The commission also passed an ordinance transferring funds to the sanitation account in order to pay the fees. There is sufficient money in the city's budget to pay the past due fees. Neptune Beach will hold a workshop on changes to its sign ordinance on Tuesday, February 17th, with a final vote planned for March 2nd, but it's still likely not to be the final word on the sign ordinance in the city. 3 members of the council oppose the imposition of a December 31st, 2017 hard deadline requiring businesses to change their signs to low monument signs. Councilor Scott Wiley, Kara Tucker, and Richard Arthur all have said they believe the hard deadline should be eliminated and other triggers should be used to bring signs into compliance. The sign ordinance was originally passed in 2002 with the initial deadline of 2012. That deadline has been extended several times, but many Neptune Beach businesses are still not in compliance with the law. Business owners cite a poor economy and the expense of changing signs that are not in need of replacement as among the reasons they have not complied with the law. The workshop is scheduled on Tuesday due to the President's Day holiday falling on Monday. And speaking of signs, the Neptune Beach Ish-Brant Beautification Committee wants to place new Welcome to Neptune Beach signs along Atlantic Boulevard just across the Intercoastal Waterway, as well as on 1st Street at Seagate Avenue, ironically where through traffic is blocked from entering Neptune Beach. Committee member Chris Gooden said the two signs will revamp the look of Neptune Beach and be a showcase of what is to come. The total cost of the project is estimated at $7,056.96. Mayor Charlie Latham has called a City Council workshop to be held on Monday, February 16th at 6:30 p.m. The meeting will be held in the Council Chambers Conference Room. The purpose of the workshop is to discuss the independent auditor's report on the general purpose financial statements of the City of Jacksonville Beach for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2014. The Council will vote on the report at its regular meeting immediately following the workshop. When we come back, an additional retirement benefit for Neptune Beach police officers. This is the Island Times News Update.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788. Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. Neptune Beach will consider two proposals for a one-time 13th check for police retirees at its workshop meeting on Tuesday night. One proposal, put forth by Mayor Harriet Pruitt, would evenly distribute money collected from insurance premium taxes to its retirees to include those in the drop plan no later than December 15, 2015. The amount to be received by each retiree would be $3,604.20. The other plan, proposed by Councilor John Jolly, would distribute the money based on a formula taking into account the number of years an officer has been retired and the current amount of his or her pension. Both resolutions have been introduced to make up for a loss of buying power for retired police officers due to inflation. A new exhibit is set to open at the Beaches Museum, Palmettos, Piers, and Pioneers. It tells the story of Palm Valley. Some of the area's best-known residents will be on hand for opening night festivities in the museum lobby. Admission to the opening night party is free, but donations are appreciated. From 6 until 7:30, visitors will enjoy the tastes and sounds of Old Palm Valley as you mingle with local authors and historians. The exhibit itself runs February 19th through April 5th, and admission is free. The museum will also host the Ritz Chamber Players Tuesday, February 17th from 6:30 until 8 p.m. in the Beaches Chapel. Doors open at 6 p.m. and seating is limited. Admission is free, although a $10 donation is encouraged to promote future events. The Chamber Players focus on exceedingly artistic and informed interpretation of the works of African American composers. Jacksonville improv comedy troupe Mad Calford will perform at the Adele Grange Community Center in Atlantic Beach on Saturday, February 21st. The troupe uses suggestions from the audience to create totally improvised scenes and sketches. Tickets are $12, and there will be two shows, one at 7 and the second show at 9. And don't forget the 26-2 with Donna to finish breast cancer is Sunday, so check the route for street closings around the beaches Sunday morning. Well, the National Weather Service says it's going to be cold this weekend with highs in the 50s and lows in the 40s. There's a chance of showers and maybe a thunderstorm by midweek next week, with another shot of chilly air moving in on Thursday. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Become a subscriber and get updates on news from the beaches communities delivered right to your email box. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.